sailing, sunbathing, snorkeling, kayaking, surfing, windsurfing, kite surfing, free diving, scuba diving, fishing. A different kind of vacation, a different way of enjoying life, all that you've dreamed of in a Caribbean island. Forget those five-star hotels with big TV sets, pools, or holiday packages. Forget the crowds. Get into a wild adventure. Dive into the blue paradise. Los Roques harbors all marine and submarine ecosystems under the protection of a national park, which is the oldest in the Caribbean. White sandy beaches with emerald and turquoise crystal clear waters, hundreds of islands and keys, healthy reefs, and a great marine biodiversity. Los Roques has it all. The conditions of the sea and the climate of the archipelago are the same all year round and make Los Roques one of the most sought-after places for an unforgettable vacation. And it is located out of the area of the hurricanes in the Caribbean. A 45-minute flight from Caracas International Airport takes us to Gran Roque, the only permanently inhabited island of the archipelago. Passengers are greeted at the airport and guided to their lodge in the style of Los Roques, where only posadas or inns are permitted so as to maintain the area in harmony with the environment. El Zancudo Azul, the blue mosquito, can lodge over a dozen people in 5 comfortable rooms, most of which have their own yard. Caballito de Mar, Seahorse, is an associated lodge with its own characteristics. There are also other lodging alternatives on this main island. Gran Roque is a permanently inhabited island where the main activities are fishing and tourism. No hotels are allowed, and the electricity and fresh water services are supplied by the government. The old Dutch lighthouse is the logo of the archipelago, and Gran Roque is absolutely different from any other landscape of the archipelago due to its cliffs, mainly of granite, formed during the Cretaceous period. The hill is the only place from where we can see the surrounding areas, the marshes on the east side, and the town. In the distance, the nearby islands of Madrisquis and Francisquis. The beaches are always full of marine birds, constantly on the lookout for a free meal captured by others, whether they be fishermen or other birds. The waters provide ample small fish for pelicans and boobies, but the laughing gulls, found here by the thousands, are always trying to steal the fish from their neighbors, sometimes causing a frenzy of sounds and wings. If you don't wish to have a long boat ride, you can be taken to the nearby keys of Madrisquis or Francisquis to just enjoy the sun, the beach, and the solitude. Here, you can also practice snorkeling and sea kayaking. At noon, a lunch is served under the shade of the beach umbrellas. Should you want to practice aquatic sports, Los Roques is the place for it. You can have lectures in the field and later try to emulate the professionals. After a demonstration, Elias Bernales, the instructor, invites us to join him. As you've seen, Los Roques is a great place for aquatic sports, such as windsurf and kitesurf. I invite you to join us and enjoy this fantastic place in the Caribbean. Gerhard Weil, who holds the Venezuelan Surf Championship, raves about the waves in Los Roques.
During a long time, a lot of people says in Los Roques we have a good wave. Today I have the opportunity to surf Francis Key, and it's a really good wave, consistent, and I think a lot of people should know about the quality of the waves here in Los Roques, and invite you, all the guys who surf in America and all over the world, come here and enjoy this paradise.
Late in the afternoon, marine birds display on the beach, the sea, and the air, waiting for the sunset. Tourists gaze at the sunset with its orange and red tints that make for memories of a perfect vacation. Birds make their final dives of the day in search of food. When night comes, tourists talk over their experiences of the day while they wait for a freshly cooked dinner. In the rooftop bar, music and drinks.
Tentaciones destructivas, mentira, mi vida, no quiero más mentir.
The Eco Challenge organization offers several vacation packages, including lodging and navigation in a sailboat of more than 60 feet. Its ample cabins and services comfortably can house a group of up to 10 passengers. Navigation in the archipelago is quiet and tranquil through the central lagoon. You can choose between sunbathing or trolley fishing. It's hard to imagine someone avoiding the temptation to fish in these rich waters. However, not all areas and keys are open to sailing and landing. There are recreational areas as well as others devoted to conservation and environmental protection. Upon arrival, you'll notice that crowds are non-existent in Los Roques, where you can enjoy a beach day far away from any human sounds other than your own. Must experience a typical lunch at the Parapito or House on Stilts, a lobster in season, or a sancocho de pescado, a fish stew in the very best Los Roques style, is a delicacy in this environment. Los Roques is a world-famous destination for bone fishermen, as Jeffrey Howard testifies. I've not been here before, but my son and I came to Los Roques for bone fishing. And the things that we've experienced here are probably typical. It's incredibly beautiful, and we've seen so many different places. There are many more bonefish here, and the bonefish are bigger, and we caught bonefish under every condition, from the boat, while sailing, wading or walking on the beach. It's been tremendous fun. If you need some adventure, Eco Challenge can give you special packages. Kayaking along the channels of the mangrove-covered keys is a must. Free diving is a growing sport, attracting an increasing number of enthusiasts in recent years, due to the opportunity to see marine animals closer and closer. Carlos Coste, the Venezuelan champion in free diving, says, I cordially invite all free divers and submarine lovers to come to Los Roques to practice free diving due to the color of its reefs and the spectacular submarine landscapes. Scuba diving in the South Barrier Reef is an experience hard to explain to others. You have to experience it yourself. The prestigious Rodale Scuba Diving magazine wrote in one of its articles, "The reefs are healthy and in sheer numbers and diversity of fish, Los Roques looks more like an Indo-Pacific reef than a Caribbean one. In Gran Roque, there are several dive operations that give excellent service. About a quarter of a mile south of the cliffs, there's a pinnacle starting at 30 feet under the water, which extends all the way down to the bottom at 100 feet below the surface. Its waters are always full of fish, with many invertebrates in the crevices. A spotted moray in its den, a common octopus, a black crinoid, a spiny lobster, this octopus captured a conch and takes it rapidly to its hideaway. A small wreck, 6 months old, offers many small and large fish. A seahorse, a cave shaped by the waves can house a lot of surprises. For the conservation of all these wonders, the National Parks Institute has designated special zones where visitors are allowed only for scientific purposes. This is the case of Los Canquises, one of the keys where marine birds, especially the boobies, reproduce. Here we can see this bird in practically all phases of its reproduction, from the egg to the first flight of the juveniles. There is also a small flock of American flamingos. In the southeast, in Boca de Bobos, Boobies area, the adults and juveniles find shelter in the mangrove forests and easy food in the rich waters of this protected area. In Dos Mosquices area, at the southwest, in a special use zone, lies the home of Los Roques Scientific Foundation. Here, many scientific projects are developed as a contribution to the preservation of the park. One of the main projects is related to marine turtles. 4 of the 6 Caribbean species nest here. The nests are monitored and marked. 60 days later, they take 10% of the hatchlings and bring them to the Foundation Center to be raised in captivity for approximately 1 year. Then they are tagged and set free with a much higher chance of survival, as their larger size means fewer risks of predators. Archaeologists Marlena and Andre Anchak have been working for many years in Los Roques, finding in their excavations and further studies extraordinary evidence of the pre-Columbus civilizations. Of the 42 islands, we have been digging in Los Roques over so many years, we have found pre-Hispanic sites in 25 of them. There we found many artifacts that indicate some form of ceremonial use. We've excavated more than 300 figurines, small human-like statues made from clay. Those who came here were men, adults and young, who exploited the natural resources of the area and conducted their ceremonies through shamans. They made offerings to marine deities in order to be protected by them and to return safely to their homes. This place is one of the few holy places in Venezuela of pre-Hispanic Caribbean, and consequently must be a source of pride for the inhabitants of Los Roques.
Debe ser definitivamente un elemento de orgullo para los habitantes del archipiélago.
Sharks are in danger of extinction worldwide due to relentless hunting for many reasons, as well as because of the destruction of their habitats. Rafael Tavares started his studies of the sharks around Los Roques in 1995, finding 21 species, among which the most common are the black tip, the Caribbean reef, and the lemon shark. Nursery grounds have been identified for the juveniles of many species, and biological data have been collected with respect to their feeding habits and growth rate. Prior to freeing them, they're tagged for future identification. We are trying to increase the scientific knowledge of sharks in Los Roques in order to develop management plans.
The whole experience has been so wonderful. The food, the people, the beach, marine life. I think you can just compare it with paradise.
Bueno, en realidad nuestra experiencia ha sido maravillosa.
The environment, the landscapes, the service, it's impossible to get better vacations.
La atención ha sido estupenda, mejor imposible pues.
Amici.
Friends, these days have been special to us. We've been snorkeling, kayaking. The inn is beautiful, the music after dinner fabulous. I recommend to those who do not believe what they see to come here and believe it.
Credetelo, è veramente così.
Mi sembra un sogno.